could be averaging over 100.
Well, you say that, Dave, but it's because they are a bit scared of this first round, that they are edgy, and that's why the averages are not as high. But you do expect a lot of the senior players do step up to the plate, and for some reason they're not, and I think that's probably because the game is so competitive now.
I knew Barney did go out in round 1 12 months ago, didn't he? So maybe he was one reflecting on last year. That's
exactly right, Dave. I mean, when you're on a high, you don't think about anybody else's game, you think about your own game. Anderson's straight in there with a maximum. If Anderson starts hitting the maximums as easy and as fluent as that, then there ain't many people that are going to live with Gary Anderson.
Well, Gary Anderson's got this swagger about him now, this confidence. He's feeling loved, he's playing some great darts.
Like I said, A.D. Lewis, although he didn't play well the other day, he's another one. Even Michael Smith, when you see him on form, they've got this fluency in the throw. And Barney, the way the fluency was in the throw, that it was so deliberate as well, and they're a joy to watch. And as I said, when you're scoring that heavy, you're always going to give yourself chances.
How much of these big boys is sending a message out to the rest, saying, look, I'm here to do some damage at this World Championship? Gary Anderson surely will have that on the back of his mind.
No question. He would have seen that performance by Barney, and straight away he's gone up there, with 11 dart, 12 dart leg there. I mean, yeah, it is sending out a message. When Phil didn't send out the message, now Barney has. Gary Anderson's going to want to follow that. And everybody, even Phil, will be looking there thinking, I've got to buck my ideas up. Aidey's going to be thinking, if I want to win a third, a hat-trick, I'm going to have to buck my ideas up, because there's people in this game that are doing the right stuff.
Barney was 16-1. He's come crashing into 8-1 now for this tournament.
Yeah, that was obvious. And at 16-1 an each way bet, I mean, that is incredible value for a man who's come off of the Grand Slam, won the Grand Slam, and he was still 16-1. Crazy odds, really.
If you're allowed, would you have a little tickle on Barney?
If I was allowed, Dave, I would have had a tickle. I told him in the VIP room to do each way on Barney this evening. I told Paul Merson, get an each way on Barney at 16s.
Have a look at these averages. We said would he average over 100? He's on 130.17 at the moment.
No, if he keeps that up, well, that would put a rocket under everybody, I think.
All right, let's hand over to commentaries. Wayne Mardle and Stuart Pike in there.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. A case of follow that. Absolutely sensational. The whole place still buzzing after Barneveld, but so far, Anderson doing his level best to follow that. Great performance from the Scot so far. 161, he will stay up. And another impressive leg from Gary Anderson. 11 darter, hoping for a 13 darter. The young man, Haavisto from Finland. A big learning curve.
Double 10 for the second leg, already. Gary Anderson, it's doubles. It could be in a spot above it. Jani. 2 180s already from Gary. Earlier, Jani beat Jarkko, fellow countryman from Finland. Hit 2 180s of his own. And he's going to need a few here, you think. That helps. Very unfortunate with a second dart.
95. Well, it's the point that we've raised during the World Championship. The standard of the qualifiers coming through the preliminary round, the best ever. Of that there is no doubt. And Haavisto has joined that long line. He was very impressive in beating his fellow countryman Kormula. He'll give this a go, but 99 times out of 100 Anderson will win this, a class above.
Well, he had a 90 average in that win. This guy, he can play.
100.
Gary will set this up. Treble 15 for tops.
126.
Well, 18 minutes for Barneveld to beat Michael Smith. At the moment, Anderson was in a hurry too. 1 dart at tops to win the set, and that's all he needs. Thank you very much. In the blink of an eye, and already a darting lesson for Jani Haavisto. 107 average. Thank you, Gary Anderson. That Gary Anderson is finally finding finding the form that took it to the final 2 years ago, and he will feel even now that possibly he was unfortunate. That final against Adrian Lewis, 7-5 Lewis, could have gone either way. It was a fabulous match, and but Anderson was the best player consistently, averaging over 100 throughout the tournament.
79.
Do you know what? A lot of people have talked in terms of Taylor and Whitlock and Van Gerwen, and not many have mentioned Gary Anderson. He's gone under the radar coming into this tournament. That may suit him.
May suit him indeed. I'm not quite sure
84.
that shirt suits him. Look at that. No offence, Gary, son. That's horrendous.
58.
You're just jealous, aren't you?
Tasteful shirts. That's what I'm known for. Brilliant darts.
177.
And I just think that the pace of Haavisto really is aiding Gary here. He's quite swift, is Jani.
125. Jani required
Well,
80.
to get a leg on the board and just remind Gary Anderson that he's still here. And tops it is. Well, he's a bit worried because he nearly hit the treble.
60.
And he just missed the
Jani
double.
required 133.
Double 20. Should go for a 16.
103. Jani required
I'm
20.
glad it was Gary that miscounted rather than me. Irrelevant anyway.
Jani Haavisto. Second leg, Gary to throw first. 140.
Anderson will keep focused, that's for sure. Under 5 minutes to win the opening set. Brilliant, but look at this from Haavisto. Nothing to lose. And he really is putting on a little show, the young man from Finland. But Anderson will know he's still got work to do. We remember 12 months ago, in the first round, he played German qualifier Johan Arthur. And in the end, Arthur missed match darts to beat him. Anderson won in a tie-break. So he knows he's got to keep focused.
85.
First set of 4 minutes 40 seconds. 3 legs of darts. Now Jani is getting
100.
better.
Impressive. Been finding the trebles consistently, putting a bit of pressure on Anderson here as well.
100.
Important last dart for the Scot.
161.
You hit a treble, not on every throw, which is what Jani's doing. You're going to give yourself opportunities. What an opportunity this is!
136.
What a great effort
Gary required
putting pressure
76.
on the Scotsman.
Double 8 for Anderson, can't miss either. Doesn't miss.
On the second
Well,
leg.
1-1, but it was heart in mouth time. Brilliant attempt at 161. And Haavisto, just another off the production line. The game is growing across mainland Europe, that's for sure.
41.
And he has, whatever happens, impressive in his prelim, impressive again here. He's forcing Anderson to play at this level.
140.
He is indeed, and you see a little wince from Gary when the second dart never went in the treble 20. Expects it to follow the first.
81.
Again, first dart in the little red bit.
100.
Only a ton, shocking.
Anderson got to be in the mix, hasn't he?
Averaging 105.94. Oh, some
140.
He's got a squeak. There's nothing better than watching the world's best play at their best. This is what the World Championships is all about.
71.
Well, a good last dart. That was unfortunate. But under pressure again. Look at this. No fear. And that's the second time 177 in this set.
Oh, he's done it again. That's
Jani
2
required
darts on the
62.
floor in this leg alone. Now 42 for double 10. That is a great marker. he will use that for sure. And he does. What a dart that was.
Fourth leg, Gary to
Moves over, uses the dart, hits the double 10.
Gary Anderson is going to have to produce more darts like that. This young man is playing the match of his life.
100.
Nothing to lose, and he's just playing with total and complete freedom.
83.
4 darts into the 9. I do get excited when the likes of Anderson and Barney give themselves chances, because you know they can do it, Stu. You think, well, you've done it before, you're going to do it again.
Barney has here, hasn't he? Twice.
Look at those averages.
58.
Haavisto playing superbly. With that average, you would have run Phil Taylor so close, he'd have probably beaten him.
58.
Well, the treble would leave tops.
100.
102 average for Gary Anderson, and he may yet find himself at 1 set apiece if Haavisto.
57. Gary, you require 80.
The young man from Finland will have the darts, won't he? In the deciding leg. Now then,
Gary Anderson.
this is an important leg, isn't it?
Game on.
Jani got to get off to a good start. And the pace of this game, this is what it's about. This is what we want to watch.
137.
The rat-tat-tat of the dart hitting the treble, and then the person throwing next, straight behind them. Brilliant stuff.
96.
Well, advantage Haavisto here. What a set this has been. 93 average from Jani Haavisto.
96.
Again, gets the treble. Virtually every time he comes to the hockey, he's hitting a big treble.
140.
Well, Gary Anderson, apart from Barney, this is the second best performance so far, and he's having to do it. If he's not averaging 103, this is one set all, simple.
Oh, look at that. Brilliant performance. He knew exactly what he's doing. He's left himself on 170. Anderson here under pressure. This, you know, it could be one
59.
set all. Anderson's done hardly anything wrong.
6 darts off 170. He's hit a treble most throws. He needs one now.
100.
And gets it. Never in doubt, was it?
Well, Anderson needs 2 trebles. That's one.
140.
Oh.
Jani requires 70.
For the set. For the set. Oh, it's one set all. Incredible. Gary Anderson can't believe it. We can't quite believe it. Wow. Jani Haavisto from absolutely nowhere has levelled this match. Gary Anderson has much to do. It's one set all.